Hey guys, John here from Learning Guitar Now. In this lesson, we'll take a look at the first 3 licks from my Slow Blues Supplement in B course, which is a supplement course that uses the concepts and techniques taught in Blues Techniques, Blues Guitar Method 1, and Blues Guitar Method 2. If you would like access to the full lesson, check out the All Access Pass. When you do become an All Access Pass subscriber, you'll also gain access to all of the courses and lessons on the site that will teach you the concepts and techniques required to play improvisational blues and slide guitar. Let's go ahead and start this lesson. Okay, now I'm going to break this solo down for you into 11 separate licks. Once again, this solo is in the key of B. Lick 1 sounds like this. Okay, so that is lick number 1, and what we're doing is starting out on the 4th count. It's 12/8 blues, and then so we're coming on the 1, 2, 3 on the 4th count right there. I'm doing a rake, and immediately vibratoing right here, and then pulling off, releasing the 10th fret here, right on the B string. This is the 2nd position minor pentatonic scale, starting out with. Pretty sweet little lick there. You just got to rake, immediately apply vibrato, and then release. Kind of has a lot of character. I like doing that type of a move. So once again, coming in on the 4th count, this first bar here. And then on the 10th count, we're going to play this little phrase. I hear B.B. King playing a lot. It sounds like this. 1st position minor pentatonic scale. Really easy lick, but just has a really cool sound to it. 10-7 on the B, 9-7, all 1st position minor pentatonic scale key of B. You know, this thing here, 10 and 7. Then bend that 7th fret on the G string slightly. Add vibrato to the 9th fret. And when you're hitting that 9th fret here on the D string, that is when our 4 chord comes in, our E7 chord. And then we're going to end on the 6th fret of the D string. So that note's not in the minor pentatonic scale. And I don't really think of this note as like, what scale is it in? The 6th fret of the D string right here. I just think of it as a chord tone taken from the E7 chord. If you play the E7 chord, you'll get these 3 notes here: root, major 3rd here, and then our flat 7. Those 3 intervals make up the E7 chord, and that's why I played that 6th fret, because it sounds cool to play chord tones over the chord that you're playing over. That's what makes that lick pretty cool as far as that little phrase is concerned. Okay, so that is lick number 1. Lick number 2 sounds like this. Okay, so for lick number 2, we're coming in on the 9th count of this bar while we're on the 4 chord, the E7 chord, and this classic B.B. King style move, blending the major and minor pentatonic. You'll hear all kinds of blues players using that phrase here. So we're just starting on the 9th fret of the D string, hammering on 7/8 of the G string. That's our minor 3rd, major 3rd here. Very important to know that. Hammering on there, and then 7/9, taking from the major pentatonic scale. And then hitting our root, 7th fret here on the high E string, and then that's when our 1 chord or B7 chord is coming back in. It's a quick change, 12-bar blues chord progression. So then we're sliding to 10 to 12 on the B. Another classic B.B. King move is hitting the root on our E string and then sliding right into it on the B string. You could just hit it as well. So you can slide to it, hit it. Either way, it's a classic B.B. King move. You hear all the time, and this part as well. And so the next little phrase brings us to the second position minor pentatonic scale. And we got 12th fret here on the B string, doing this little phrase here, then 10, 12 on the high E, and then bending that 12th fret slightly on the high E, 10, 12, 12, roll down from 12 on the high E to the B. So now roll back down. So you got, and then bend 10th fret slightly on the high E, and then 12th fret on the B string twice, and then cut it off by bending that 10th fret slightly on our high E string right there. And you know, you got to understand that's our minor third. Very important to know. 1 fret above that's our major third, and so that in between major and minor, or in between the minor and the major interval there, classic blues sound. Gotta understand that. For more about that, check out Blues Guitar Method 1. And when we're playing that phrase, I'm kind of dragging those notes right here. This phrase. That gives it just kind of a laid back, kind of lazy feel. Pretty cool little sweet move right there. And so the last part of that lick is on that next bar on the 7th count. I'm just going to, you know, rake again and then hammer on from 10th to 12th on the B string. Just gives us some attitude. So we finish this phrase right on the 7th count. Add some heavy vibrato right there. Okay, so that is it for lick 2. All right, lick 3 sounds like this. And so lick 3 is going to be played over the 4 chord, the E7 chord. We're back to that once again. And so I'm moving to the B.B. King position here. That little phrase to begin with, pretty simple little move. Sounds great over the 4 chord, E7 chord. As you notice, E major chord is right here. I slid into the B.B. King position, and look what notes are right there on top of this chord. B.B. King positions laid out right on top of that E little major chord, F major chord position. So anyway, slide into the 13th fret of the G string. Really basic. 12, back to 13, 14. Add vibrato to our root note 12th fret here. Hit 14. Now bend it up 1 fret here. So I'm going to bend it up 1 fret. We're bending up to the minor third sound here. And then I'm not going to strike it, but bending up. So you got strike the last note, the 12th. So you got, we're going to release down, then bend back up. Except you got to strike that last note, the 12th fret on the B string. Pretty cool, sweet move right there. Not that difficult. It's definitely got a certain nuance that you might need to practice if you can't get that. It's a quick bring down, but you got to play it in time for it to sound perfectly. And bending that 14th fret of the B string up 1 fret to this minor third. Now, if you analyze that over our 4 chord, that is going to give you an E7 chord. That's why a lot of times when it goes to the 4 chord, I go to the B.B. King position. I know it's an E7 chord. I can just bend up that 14th fret, or, this note right here in the B.B. King area. Bend it up 1 fret instead of 2, because it gives you the E7 chord sound. Makes a whole lot of sense if you're playing over an E7 chord. Basically any kind of dominant 7th, E7, E9, whatever. That type of dominant 7th chord. So now that's why that takes place. The only other note in that little phrase is striking the 13th and 12th fret just real quickly. And that's it for lick number 3. Okay, that does it for this free lesson. As I mentioned previously, if you would like to gain access to the full lesson, including the rhythm breakdown, check out the All Access Pass. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.